Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jason Williams, and I'm with my tag team partner, Blake Castetter, and we are the Sunday Funday guys. Blake, week number 9 already.
Week 9.
Man, this season is, as we predicted, is flying by.
Always
A lot
does.
of craziness over the last couple weeks, and now we're into the month of November. It's November 1st, buddy.
I think I saw on the internet yesterday, Friday, that there's 100 days left until the Super Bowl.
Whoa,
That's it.
man!
100 days.
The countdown has begun.
Then the season's over, and
I go into my state of depression.
Yep.
For about a month, and then March Madness comes, and then
the draft,
and then I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do for the next 3 months?
OTAs.
And then what I'm going to do for the next 2 months. All right, buddy, let's get this thing rolling. Week 8 news and notes. We got some injuries out there. Like some guys didn't expect, and some guys will be filling in, and they will definitely be in some lineups this weekend for sure.
Yeah, we got a lot of news. Breaking news last night with DeAndre Swift being ruled out. And not only is Swift out, but Roschon Johnson's out too. I don't know if he was going to be an impact player. I was big on him in the offseason. I wanted that 1-2 punch, and I wanted the second running back in this offense, but he hasn't done anything yet. It's been all DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, he's been hurt.
Yeah.
For most of the year, yeah.
For sure. Insert Kyle Menanji.
Let's go with that.
Menanji. Yeah. Ramondre Stevenson's out.
Big.
So we talked early in the year on it's going to take fumbles or an injury for Henderson to take over the backfield, and that Stevenson's might never see it again.
Here we are.
Is that this week? Does he show up and show out? He doesn't have a great matchup. He's going against a good defense in Atlanta.
But he'll get volume.
He will get volume.
The Patriot will run the ball.
But for some reason, the Patriots are out there looking for a running back. There's trade rumors left and right now.
Ooh, I hadn't heard that. That's interesting.
Breece Hall's been associated in that conversation.
Oh, they're looking for a more dynamic running back. Interesting.
Pacheco's out. I didn't even know he was banged up. I knew Hunt was banged up.
Yeah. I saw that.
Pacheco's out.
When was that Sunday night? When did they play? Monday night? Yeah. He got hit on the knee. And then he came out, started limping. I was like, ooh, that didn't look good. I thought it was worse than it was. I think he's going to be out maybe 1 or 2 weeks at the most. But insert Kareem Hunt.
Or Brashard Smith.
Yeah. Who's starting to get some uptick.
He is. He didn't look good last week, and he hasn't looked great on the eye test and on paper. But he did have one good game when they were up big, and he got a lot of carries and ran the ball well. So if he's out there, I go grab him. And then finally, Travis Hunter to the IR.
Yeah.
So Brian Thomas Jr. hasn't done anything this year.
Amazing.
Now Travis Hunter's out. Do we trust De'Ami Brown?
I mean, he was getting some play early in the season. I think that tailed off because Travis Hunter was ascending. So I think now he becomes more viable option potentially. Yep.
So those are some of the biggest breaking news and notes from heading into week 9 that everyone should know.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get this thing started with my quarterback start of the week. And I'm going with none other than Mr. Jordan Love. Mr. beat the Steelers bad on Sunday night. And finally, Mr. Love showed up and showed out Sunday night, which is the performance, Blake. We've talked about his potential all year. And we saw it in spurts. It wasn't even complete games. It was more like a quarter here, a quarter there. We finally got it. Coming off his best performance maybe of his career, 29 of 37, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns, and at one point completing 20 straight passes against the Steelers. I mean, 20 straight passes in practice is hard to do, let alone against live competition. I mean, now he faces a surprisingly tough Carolina Panthers D, which is in the middle of the pack in terms of giving up fantasy points to QBs. Honestly, Blake, I don't think it matters this week. I think Jordan Love will have back-to-back 300-yard and 3-touchdown games. And I think Christian Watson being back has been huge because he, before he got hurt, was clearly the number one guy. And I think he's definitely trending up with that and also obviously Tucker Kraft. But Jordan Love, number 14 on ESPN's rankings in terms of quarterback, is my start of week 9.
I think Carolina's defense isn't as good. I mean, they're middle of the road. I
Right.
think he's going to have a day. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a day because their run defense is very poor.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Watson was huge. I snagged him off waivers going into last week and just put him on my bench.
Yep. I'm playing him this week.
He would have been the number one waiver wire this week. He probably was.
Yeah. Yep. I am inserting him because I got a couple guys on buys. He will play this week for.
I've got Golden and him now.
Get rid of Golden.
I mean, he's never going to do. Is he ever going to do anything?
Not this year. Not now. If he didn't do anything when Christian Watson was out, he's definitely not going to do anything now.
I need that bench space for sure. Mm-hmm. Anyways, my start of the week at quarterback's Matthew Stafford against New Orleans. QB 12 on Fantasy Pros. And I'm shocked to see him as low as QB 12 on Fantasy Pros. I mean, he's had over 31 points in 3 of his past 4 games. Overall, he's 3rd in passing yards, 1st in touchdowns. He gets Puka back this week. He's facing the Saints, 20th overall in points allowed to the quarterback position. Since week 4, 16th in yards per attempt allowed, 20th in success rate per dropback allowed. I mean, Fantasy Pros has him projected at 18.6 points.
No way.
5 QBs this season have scored at least 25 points against New Orleans, and I have Stafford becoming the 6th.
100% agree. Between Love and Stafford, man, I'm not sure where these rankings came from. I mean, for Stafford, essentially, he was the leading passer going into his bye week, and he's, but by default, still is. Obviously the numbers bear different, but again, he's got Puka back. He's got a full arsenal of receivers. Got a bye week, coming off a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
I expect big things out of him, and I actually will be talking about him in our Sunday 6-pack as well.
All right.
Yeah, a little pregame action.
Yeah, these QB rankings, you're right. I mean,
so they must know something we don't know. We'll find out.
So much so that I wanted Drake May to be my sit of the week at quarterback.
Yeah,
but they've got him at 5.
Yeah,
and I didn't go that route because I'm not sure why. I pulled out, I changed, but I wanted Drake May. How is he so high against a solid Atlanta defense that's had 1 poor showing?
Right. Again, we're gonna have to find that out. We'll find out Sunday. Let's get into our sits of the week at quarterback. My sit is CJ Stroud. Now he's QB 20 on ESPN, so obviously a little bit lower. Another guy who's played well the last several weeks is Mr. Stroud. CJ has had 2 or more touchdown passes in 3 of his last 4 games. Now, granted, the competition was not stellar, but you play who you play. And you know what they say, Blake, all the good things must come to an end, and this might be the week for CJ. The Denver Broncos coming to Houston this week without reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, but still with a defense that ranks number 1 in yards per play allowed and sacks with 36. I think that spells trouble for CJ and especially that offensive line. So I would sit CJ Stroud this week against the Broncos. I think that's no-brainer.
I saw him on the list and I was like, he's low enough that it's he's definitely a sit. You should not be starting him this week against Denver.
No, even if you got buys, you can again, if Joe Flacco's out there, which I doubt, there's better options.
So now flip the table. I'm saying sit Bo Nix.
Oh, this is going to be a defensive struggle.
I think it is. I mean, Houston's defense is solid. Mm-hmm. Now, Bo Nix has been great for fantasy this season, especially the past 2 weeks. With 2 explosive weeks, his totals on the season look awesome. Mm-hmm. But as a whole, his passing numbers really aren't that great if you dig in, Jason. 32nd in yards per attempt, 27th in highly accurate throw rate, 40th in catchable target rate, and 11th highest off-target rate.
Ooh.
He's not throwing well. So you talk about good things coming to an end. This might be a come to reality week for Bo. He is facing Houston on the road, who's allowing the fewest fantasy points to the quarterback position. Only 2 QBs, Baker and Mac Jones, have scored over 15.6 points this year. A league low 0.29 passing fantasy points per dropback.
Wow.
0.29 points per dropback. And they're allowing the second lowest completion rate at 58%, only behind Denver at 57%. So finally, let's put this all together. Bo Nix, Jared Goff. Both QBs do well when favored, but struggle when underdogs. Bo Nix has averaged 22.2 points per game when favored, but only 16.4 when he's an underdog. This week, he's a slight underdog by 1.5 points. Keep him on your bench.
Ooh, you came with a lot of nuggets on that one. You did, man. Woo. Woo. Oh my, I don't even know where to begin. There's so many stats. That's like a whole episode's worth of stats in one segment.
Just say you agree.
I do agree. I'm pretty impressed.
Don't start the quarterbacks in that matchup at all.
No, don't start. Well, yeah, you'd be hard pressed to start anybody in that matchup if you think about it.
There's more where that came from,
except the defenses. But we'll get more into that. Next, our running back starts of the week. Go ahead. Are you rolling with the gentleman from the Bears? I see.
I am. Yeah. Kyle Mananjai, as we have deemed his last name to be pronounced. Yes.
We'll get
starting run back for the Chicago Bears this week versus none other than the Cincinnati Bengals, who are allowing the most points to the running back position. And he has shown flashes this year. Like I said earlier, I wanted a part of that backfield. I thought it was Roschon. I got him in a lot of leagues. Hasn't worked out. Kyle has got a very high floor this week. How high, you ask? 12 running backs this season, in 8 weeks, mind you, have scored 11.5 PPR points or more.
Wow.
12 running backs in 8 weeks. That means in 4 weeks, there were multiple running backs on the same team that scored 11.5 PPR points or more. The Jags, the Broncos, the Jets, and the Lions. A high floor of 11.5 PPR points. That sounds like a starting running back to me this week.
Oh yeah, agreed. The simple fact that they're playing the Bengals, that's all we needed. But I you came with more. Like you came with you're backing it up. But I didn't need to say anything but other than they're playing the Bengals. But man, if you got them, start them. Start them.
He's going to get the volume.
Yep.
And he's going against a porous run defense.
Catches out of the backfield as well.
Yes.
PPR. Yep. I think that's a great start this week. My start of the week is none other than Chase Brown, number 12 running back on ESPN's rankings. Another guy that I want to welcome back to fantasy relevance for the love of all that's good in the world. After stinking up the joint in September, Mr. Brown has rebounded in late October to the tune of 23 carries for 181 yards, almost 8 yards a carry, Blake. This week, Chase gets the Bears defense to allow him the 9th most fantasy points to running backs. Can Chase make it 3 weeks of solid production in a row? We will find out Sunday if Chase is on the case.
So I saw his line, and I was kind of intrigued by it. I think it was like 49.5.
Really? I think it was like that last week.
It was?
Yeah, it was lower. Yeah. Yep. And I mean, you can say what you want to say about the Bengals offensive line, but they are playing better. I'm not sure, where the competition falls in that, but they're playing better. So what that means is opportunities for Chase Brown to get obviously rushing yards, and then obviously Joe's looking for him in the passing game as well. So I think he's a solid. He's not back to where we thought he would be when we originally drafted him early, but I think he's a solid RB2 this week. I feel good about that.
We are at the sits of the week. Jaylen Warren?
Jaylen Warren.
Number 9, huh?
Yep, Jaylen Warren.
Seems awful high.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's had great production, but no touchdowns. He's had decent production. I wouldn't even call it great. No touchdowns. And in fantasy, Blake, that doesn't work. He's like the pretty woman you meet but can't score. That's what Jaylen Warren is. Like he's like, you see her, you're like, man, but I can't. So he has the most carries this year, Blake, without scoring a touchdown. And couple that, he's going against the Colts defense, who allow the 7th fewest fantasy points to running backs. Bottom line is, if you have better options, play him. I have Jaylen Warren in a couple of my leagues. I don't have to play him, so I am playing Woody Marks over Jaylen Warren, and that's not really a good matchup either against Denver. But I just don't. I don't like and I've got Travion Henderson too. So I'm playing both of those guys over him. Clearly, I don't have good running backs, but that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story. But my point is, sit Jaylen Warren this week against a Colts defense or against a Colts team that nobody saw coming. And our guy Lou is over there doing what he does best. Getting defenses playing well. Miss you, Lou.
I don't understand how ESPN has him at 9,
I
going
don't either.
against such a solid run defense in Indy.
And no production. I mean, nothing like no touchdowns. Like, come on, man. You got.
He had some good yards against the Bengals, a lot of receptions, but it was against the Bengals. Like,
right.
You got to really consider who we're playing as you're ranking these things and where you're getting points from.
Right. No way against the Colts. I don't see it. Oh, here's our guy.
No, our guy's no longer our guy. He's burned me and burned me and burned me. Mr. Bill Krosky Merritt. The proof just hasn't been there. A flashy week here and there, and then he disappears. And what I mean by that, 27 points in week 5.
Ooh.
Then, over the past 3 weeks against Chicago, Dallas, and Kansas City, a combined 12.5 PPR points.
Ruh-roh.
And this week he's got Seattle. He's got a good run defense, 13 fewest points allowed to running backs. Only one running back has rushed for over 50 yards, CMC, and only one running back has rushed for a touchdown. Somehow they have this guy back-to-back. Fantasy Pros has him back-to-back with Mr. Kyle Mananjai
Ranking
in the rankings. I don't see it. This guy hasn't done anything, and I know he hasn't really had the opportunity, meaning Kyle, but how do you rank him at RB24 on the week?
Oh, he's ranked. Wait, what? RB24?
Yes.
Wow. And what's Merritt ranked?
No, Merritt is 24. Mananjai is 23.
Oh my, man. What are these guys smoking this week? Somebody was smoking some good stuff. It's crazy.
Pass it over here, please. Yeah, don't trust Bill Krosky Merritt this week. I don't think. No. I mean, he's going to end up on my waiver wire. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
I'm done with this.
I mean, that backfield, don't even touch it, because then you got Rodriguez, and then you got I forgot the guy's name, the third down back, who actually held up well. In fact, he had double-digit fantasy points last week. But yeah, Krosky Merritt, hit or miss, and he's been missing the last couple weeks. So I like that pick. Let's get into the wide receiver picks. This is a guy, man. He's got the genes, but I have not been a big fan. Not because of his talent, it's more of the quarterback that's throwing him the ball.
You don't like Kyler.
I don't like Kyler. Marvin Harrison Jr. So I'm starting him this week. There's only one reason I'm starting him, Blake.
Let's hear it.
Well, first of all, let me backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Much hype coming out of Ohio State. But he's playing second fiddle to guys like JSN, Chris Olave, and Mecca Ibuka. Let's be honest. Like, they're doing way better than he is. So far, his stat line reads like this: 24 receptions, 396 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Well, if there was a week he could break out of the shadows of those guys, is this week, Blake, because he plays the Dallas Cowboys. Woo-wee. Who give up the most fantasy points to wide receivers at 27-2 a game. Come on, Marvin. This week is your time to shine, buddy. Make it happen, Captain. And I do have in parentheses, do we believe in Kyler Murray? ? But haven't we said that for the last couple of years? Right?
He has been a hot topic.
Anomaly. It's a great word to describe him. You don't know what you're getting. But I'm starting Marvin. If you can't start him this week, you'll never be able to start him. No way. Even Kyler Murray. If you don't start him this week, you'll never be able to play him. And if they don't show up, that's all the evidence you need to seek other options.
Is he even fantasy relevant?
Who?
Murray.
Listen, he's never been fantasy relevant in my book.
He's not like I haven't picked him this year in DraftKings. I haven't placed a bet on him.
No.
I don't have him on any of my countless fantasy teams.
Countless. No. All those answers are no. Like, but if there's any game both of these guys can show up and show out. It's the if they don't play, then find other options. And they got the talent. I mean, Murray's talented. He's like Anthony Richardson, but smaller and faster. And been in the league longer. So he has no excuse at this point. You can still say Anthony Richardson really hasn't played a lot. Kyler Murray's played a lot of football and still not producing. So we'll see what Marvin Harrison Jr. does. He's the 20th ranked receiver, so he's low. But I think he has potential to be even top 10, which for me is saying something.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out where my start of the week lands in the Fantasy Pros wide receiver rankings.
He's probably
wide receiver
20?
33.
Ooh, he's low. That's surprising.
My start of the week is Alec Pierce. He has been on a tear since he came back. Indy is on a roll. I mean, they are just putting up points left and right. Maybe the most high-powered offense in the NFL right now due to a Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Multiple games with 3 touchdowns, etc. These are one of those offenses you just want a piece of. And I was able to snag Alec Pierce off of waivers right before he came back from injury. Since Downs went down and Pierce came back, Pierce is leading the passing attack for Indy. Routes run at 93, receiving yards at 215, yards per route run at 2.15, and averaging 158 air yards per game. That stat is only second to JSN this year.
Wow.
The matchup this week is good, too, against the Steelers. As we saw firsthand with the game against the Bengals on Thursday Night Football in front of the nation, they like to run a man-heavy cover 1 defense, which means they can get exposed with one-on-one matchups on the outside. Alec Pierce, they like to hit him with the deep ball. Daniel Jones can throw it. Pierce excels in man coverage, leading the Colts in targets and in weighted opportunities when in man. I'm expecting a few deep shots this week. More on Alec Pierce with our Sunday 6-pack.
Oh, more to come.
More to come.
Yeah, I was able to snag Pierce last week, a couple weeks ago. And I actually played him last week. And he was decent because of the apocalypse. So I had, your choices are limited. But I think he's a guy that, again, we talk about trending. He's definitely trending upward, especially in that offense. When you get Jonathan Taylor running, they're going to have to do something with him. So what's that mean? One man-to-man coverage on the outside, and Pierce likes to run deep, and Daniel Jones likes to throw that deep ball. So I see him really getting some traction moving forward over the next – a guy that can lead you to, the playoffs for sure. One of those guys you definitely want to keep an eye on.
The past 2 weeks, the Steelers have been awful against the pass.
I mean, Tucker Kraft is ridiculous. I mean, the Steelers are old, and now it's coming back to bite them. And they went all in on defense with older guys. And this is what they're getting. A team that's just not very good on defense. And as much as I criticize Aaron Rodgers, he's actually playing really well. I will give him credit. I mean, he can still sling it. I'm amazed. But the defense. So that leads to a good matchup with Alec Pierce this week against the Steelers. So definitely a good start. Let's get into the sits of the week. My sit of the week is Debo. I didn't know how this was going to work out in terms of Debo going to Commanders, and this actually worked out well for both parties, Debo and the Commanders. The stat line is okay, 37 catches, 376 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I still don't believe Debo Samuel scares people in terms of getting vertical in the passing game. Scary Terry is out again with the quad issue. You think that would be an uptick in targets for Debo? I don't think so. Even with Scary Terry being out for most of the year, Debo has only had double-digit target games twice and once since week 1. I'm staying away from Debo, even though the matchup is not bad against the Seahawks. I just think there are better options out there, i.e. Alec Pierce. I would play Alec Pierce over Debo.
I would too.
Yep. For sure.
Would you go Courtland Sutton over Debo?
Yes.
Let me give you my case for the sit of the week, then give me the answer. Because my sit of the week is Courtland Sutton. Back to the Houston-Denver game. Sutton is, without a doubt, Bo's favorite target. But this week's going to present his own challenges for Bo and Sutton as a result of Houston's defense. He's going to get targets. He's going to get opportunities. He's also most likely going to see a lot of Derek Stingley Jr.
Uh-oh.
The Texans defense allowing the 4th fewest points to wide receivers, the fewest points to quarterbacks. So he's going to get the targets. He's been getting targets, but he's struggling to find the end zone. Guy hasn't scored a touchdown since week 4.
I know.
Without a touchdown, his target volume only keeps him in that wide receiver 2 convo. Throw in a good defense this week. I've got him in a wide receiver 3 this week.
Yeah. I mean, the Broncos their offense has been really good over the last couple of weeks. But if you notice, Bo Nix is spreading the ball all over the place. He's throwing to Franklin. He's throwing to Mims. He's throwing to the rookie. I mean, he's throwing it all over the place. So what that means for Courtland Sutton is low target share. And if he's not scoring touchdowns, he's got a low target share, why are you playing him? I mean, something to consider.
Do you see the drop he had last week?
I did. Yeah.
Right in the hands in the end zone. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if you had him in fantasy last week, you were not saying too many kind things to him after that drop.
So is it Debo or is it Courtland? I got to go Debo.
I would agree. You made your case. The judge rules in your favor.
He's going to be more involved in the game. He's got a better matchup.
Yeah, I agree. Good points. Very good points. All right. Yeah, you got me on that one. Let's
tight ends.
Tight ends. This one is a deep.
You are.
Yep. Noah Fant.
23 on ESPN.
Right. Where's Noah Fant? Like Seattle? Nope. He's not in Seattle anymore, folks. He is in Cincinnati. And I think Noah Fant and Joe Flacco are building the chemistry. I got a stat for you, buddy. At one point in Joe's career, over a 3-year span, he targeted the tight end 23% of his passes, which was the 5th highest rank in the NFL during that period of time. One more. The Bears give up the 7th most fantasy points to tight ends. With the attention being on Jamar and T, watch out for Noah Fant to get more targets from Joe Flacco this week. You could see it last week. He started to get more involved in the offense, and I think that'll continue to progress because teams know they need to double up Joe and T because the third receiver on the Bengals, Andre Yoshi, has struggled. So that may be more opportunities for Noah Fant to get involved in the passing game. So I'm going to start Noah Fant this week.
I got to be honest, Jason. I'm kind of surprised you didn't go the opposite route and go with Loveland.
That's true. He hasn't
You love to pick on the Bengals when you're playing tight ends.
You're right. Well, he really hasn't done anything, though.
He hasn't.
I mean, if he was consistent, I would definitely. I looked at him, and then I looked at his stats. I'm like, no, not even against the Bengals.
Him and Kmet aren't really doing much.
Yeah, and it was the whole topic of the draft. Like, oh, this is going to be a great combo, and they have not really done anything. I mean, Caleb has really kept the ball on the outside. But yeah, Noah Fant. Start of the week, sleeper. DFS probably low. Get him on
very
cheap.
Much so.
Yeah, yep. All right. Whoa, your start of the week was my sit last week, I believe. Yeah,
might have been.
Yep, he's back.
Zach Ertz.
Yes,
because it's a tale of two stories here, and or two QBs.
Yep.
With Marcus Mariota, you cannot play him. He hasn't scored more than 6.8 fantasy points in a game. But with Jaden Daniels, 4 of his 5 games, he scored at least 11.6 PPR points. This week, he's got Daniels back. They've got a good matchup against the Seahawks, who are allowing the 7th most fantasy points to tight ends. And Scary Terry, as you mentioned, is out again.
Man.
So he's got a nice floor. He's productive with Jaden Daniels. I think he's a safe start.
Probably get a touchdown.
I get a touchdown.
Nope. I feel like that's a safe start. I don't really have anything to add to that. I mean, Zach Ertz he's kind of there.
Still in the league, still producing.
Mr. Reliable. He's still there. So let's talk about sits of the week. My sit of the week is Kyle Pitts Sr., number 10 on ESPN's tight end rankings. He's been my guy for a couple of years now. And Pitts is like this year's Trey McBride. Only 1 touchdown so far this year in a pretty prolific offense. I don't see any reason that changes this week against the Patriots, who will game plan to slow down Bijan and the crew this week, which could mean not much value for Mr. Pitts. Start him, but with low expectations. So I'm saying, yeah, start him, but don't expect a lot out of him because the Patriots are always the team that game plans around stars. So they're going to do something to confuse Penix. They're going to probably do something to stop Drake London. They're definitely going to put 8 men on the front to stop Bijan, and they're going to find a way to freaking double probably Kyle Pitts. So because of the Patriots' pedigree in their defense, I say he's probably not the best start this week. Start him, but don't expect a lot out of him.
See, I like Pitts this week.
Okay, well, there you go.
He scored 13 or more points in 3 of his last 4.
Yep, I get that.
His last 2 games, he had 19 targets.
Yep.
The Patriots have a good defense, but guess what they're not good against?
The tight end.
Tight ends. They're bottom 10, and both Browns tight ends last week scored touchdowns.
You don't think that'll be emphasis this week?
I don't think it matters.
All right, so what are we doing? What's the bet? What are we doing?
You
called me out.
Yeah. So where do you think he lands? Let's just do based on rankings. Where does he land this week in points? Top 15?
Yeah.
Top 12?
No.
Top 13? Top 14? I'm giving you the opportunity to pick your number.
I say he's outside the top 12.
Okay. I'll say
inside the top 12.
A tight end 1.
Okay.
So 12 or better.
Okay. Fair enough.
Bingo.
All right.
Mark it down.
Oh, I'm surprised at yours. Well,
I know my tight end's not going to be in the top 12.
Okay.
And Hunter Henry. He's not.
Okay. All right.
And I told you I wanted Drake May to be my quarterback sit of the week, and I moved on from it. Right. I think New England's going to struggle against Atlanta. They looked awful against Miami, and I think they're going to come out ready to freaking play. And last week, Henry only got 1 target, 1 catch. And it just happened to be for a touchdown, which saved his week. He has done well this season, and he is a favorite target of Drake May, but the Falcons are very good against tight ends. Number 1, in fact. Fewest points allowed at the position. No tight end has even scored 9 PPR points this year. If you have other options, go with them, including Kyle Pitts.
Oh, so we thinking, okay, so Pitts, top 12 for you, outside the top 12. What about Hunter Henry?
Oh, Henry is
same game.
Yeah, he's outside the top 12 for sure.
Okay. Top 15?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He's outside the top 15.
Oh, he's outside the top 15? I beg to differ. I think he's inside the top 15.
Where's my notepad?
Write that down.
I'm writing it down.
We're watching this game intently.
You're going to be hearing from me.
Shocking.
So we got Pitts.
Yep.
Top 12.
Yep.
And we got Henry. Top 15.
There you go.
All right.
Book it.
On to our get ahead of the waiver wire segment. We got a couple guys to keep an eye on. J.J. McCarthy is starting. He was drafted in a lot of leagues. Big hopes, lots of weapons. Kevin McConnell offense, the QB whisperer. If he balls out this week against the Lions, he's going to be the number 1 waiver wire pickup.
True.
So you have the opportunity, if you are in a quarterback needy team, to go scoop him up, put him on your bench. Maybe it pans out, maybe it doesn't. The other 2 guys we have here are Rashard Smith. If he's available, I'd say he's a worthwhile go grab because the Chiefs have not been committed to Pacheco or Hunt. And if he explodes, he could be a league winner.
Sure.
And then you got De'Ami Brown in Jacksonville. Another opportunity. I don't know what he's going to do. The Jacksonville offense really hasn't done well passing the ball.
Nope.
But like with Alec Pierce, scoop him up before he comes out. Hold on to him. He was a big name in Houston, right? He was Houston last year?
He was Houston, yes.
And he played well.
He did.
So there's opportunities. A good player. Let's see how he gets used.
Yeah, Brown and Smith are definitely options. J.J. McCarthy, man, if you got quarterback issues, which at this point in the season, if you do, then you're probably not doing well in fantasy. Um, could be an option, but I think that the latter two warrant more fantasy consideration at this point, right as we speak today. Um, yeah, let's get into Survivor. Wonk wonk wonk.
Oh man,
Oh
the
my
streak
god.
comes to an end.
Streak comes to an end. None other than by our favorite team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Unbelievable. I don't even know where to begin. We're not even going to talk about that yet. So I'm
Yeah,
just
we
going
don't
to
need
go.
to cover that shit.
I'm going to I'm going to go into my Survivor safe pick for the week. It's none other than the Chargers over the Titans. Bottom line, Blake, the Titans are a bad team. 32nd in total yards, 29th in passing yards, 32 in rushing yards, and 32 in points per game out of 32 teams, of course. This would be a game that would scare me, but after reading those stats, nah, I'm good with the Chargers on this one, buddy. The Titans are bad. The stats bear it out. Like sometimes, case in point last week, the stats can be a little misgiving, but I don't see it in this case.
Vidal is going to run all over them.
Wild. My caution pick this week is Indy over Pittsburgh. Might surprise some people. Indy so far, definitely the biggest surprise of the season. Nobody saw this coming at all. 7-1, playing great. Steelers are coming off a terrible loss to the Packers at home, and everybody's asking what's wrong with the defense. We're going to find out a lot about Indy this week, Blake, but this game will be tricky since the Steelers are looking to end a 2-game losing streak. I truly hope the Colts win because we don't like the Steelers, but crazy things do happen in whatever the hell the name of the stadium is. I still call it Heinz Field.
Yep.
All I'm saying is be careful with this game. This one could be tricky. Trick.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
No pun intended, right?
It's still Halloween weekend. Come on.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Nope. I hope Indy wins, but man, Pittsburgh, if that train gets rolling the wrong way for Indy, it could be a long day. And they really haven't, let's be honest, they really haven't faced adversity. I mean, that Denver game was kind of a crazy game, but other than that, they've rolled. Now, at some point, they're going to have to play a close game, and this has the smells of a close game.
Caution,
for sure.
Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
So my safe pick of the week is Green Bay over the Panthers. And this is like, it should be a lock.
Yeah.
13.5-point favorites at home. This week looks like another week with some solid options from a Survivor perspective. You've got Green Bay, you've got the Rams, you've got the Chargers, and you had Baltimore.
Yep.
Those four seem pretty safe. Notice I didn't include Detroit. in that conversation.
I did notice that.
Green Bay is hosting Bryce Young and the Panthers. Green Bay's 3-0 at home, and Bryce Young is 1-3 on the road. Green Bay is 5th in points scored per game. Carolina's 27th. Green Bay also has the advantage on defense. I don't see any way that Carolina keeps up this week. This game is projected to be the third most popular pick at 10.7%.
Yep.
Green Bay has win odds of 86.5%. That's the second highest.
Yeah, it has to be, yeah.
One thing to consider, Green Bay does have a ton of future value. There's at least 5 more games coming up where they are heavily favored.
Wow. And Bryce Young coming off an injury, so he will be rusty.
Mm-hmm.
So you again, if you're a bet man, or you could potentially have Green Bay defensive touchdown. That'd be kind of a anomaly. Bryce Young, he struggles when he comes back off an injury. So I think this is definitely a safe pick for sure.
Now, the not so safe pick is the Lions over Minnesota.
Really?
Like I said,
okay.
The season has been tough for the Vikings. I mean, they have dealt with all kinds of shit, including quarterback injuries. But JJ's back under center.
Yep.
Very small sample size of what he's capable of. Lions put up points, and we know that. And the Vikings defense doesn't want to seem to stop many people. They are 25th in total yards allowed and 18th in points allowed. But we do have rules for a reason, Jason. You got a new quarterback.
Yep.
And a division matchup.
Yep.
It's very unlikely that Minnesota pulls out this win. But like I just said, crazier things have happened.
That is true.
This is not the game to pick Detroit.
No. A lot more future value in other games, but this is
Mm.
not the one. Agreed.
They
Totally
do
agree.
have a fair amount of future value too, with 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6 games where they're favored by 4 or more
There you
remaining.
go. Yep. Stay away from it, folks. Stay far, far away.
It's risky.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still in and you've survived, well, if you followed my picks, you're still in.
Why you got to rub it in?
I'm just saying, 8-0, you're 7-1, but
You son of a. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter, folks. I'm not
everything's
bitter.
good.
Nope, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Damn Bengals! I swear. Anyway, we're still getting some hits on the social media, or Facebook advice. Send us more advice. We love it. Sometimes we do all right. Sometimes we don't. It is what it is. But we give people what they want, and that's our advice.
I do love the trade questions that we're getting asked
Yeah,
and the sit start questions. Those are fun.
the sit start ones are good. We had the whole Jackson Dart, Flacco. Who was the other one? I forgot. There was a lot of people like all over the place, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got the right pick though when I said Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, not going to toot my own horn. But yeah, folks, follow us on Facebook. Ask us questions. The Fantasy Football Advice page. We got our Instagram page. We are live right now on YouTube. I have a cleanly shaved head there.
Smooth and shiny.
Like about 3 hours old. This is legit. And also make sure you're sharing our episodes with your buddies. We are the Sunday Fun Day guys. If you want to have a Sunday Fun Day, share it with your buddies. Anything else, my man?
Nope. That's
All right.
it.
Well, Fanatics, that's a wrap for this episode of the Sunday Fun Day Guys Fantasy Football Podcast. And reminder, Fanatics, make this Sunday your fun day. Sunday Fun Day Guys out.